Hello and welcome to another Weekend Warriors. Today I've got a user replay for you, mainly because I had a slight accident with some files of mine. I use a utility software and I unfortunately managed to delete a whole load of my replay files, which is a bit irritating, and I couldn't retrieve them. So you've got a slightly emergency video, but trust me, this is worth it. And he has just found, a DD has pulled an Otzer. Beautiful. Two ships firing at him. Got some hits there. It's all about who's going to get the kill here. So he's playing the tier 7 USS Helena. Or Helena, depending on where you come from. You can sound it out both ways. Does he get the kill? Yes, and first blood. That's a great start, Iron Duke.
Off to a great start.
And there's Dmitry, which I did sound out completely wrong. He's on Tears of the Desert and he's pushing C cap. It's clear that the enemy have decided to not contest this cap at all, so this is going to be a free take for the team. But if you look at the rest of his team, they are bunched up over at A. And we've got a single lone DD in holding off at least 2 ships in B cap. Not great. And Atlanta, unfortunately, has been absolutely spanked on the corner there, only having about 1,000 health. So using USS Helena, she was a American light cruiser of the St. Louis class. There's only 2 in her class, and she was a slightly improved Brooklyn class cruiser. Ooh, hello Mark. Do you fancy some HE? I think you do. That's why you're running away. Ooh, 7 hits. So yeah, there's an improved Brooklyn class where we have at least 2 of the Brooklyn class in the game. I say 2. We have 1 ship twice, which is the Boys and the Julio. Boys under US service and De Julio in Argentinian service. And he's just doing this Monarch over quite good and proper. Stops firing, he's slowed down to try and duck those shells, just to make sure we get the cap quite quickly here. Or we have already capped, my mistake. I was too busy passing about history. And Dmoitsky is really giving a bit of pace to him. More on that guy later. So the Atlanta has had to pull back quite significantly, and unfortunately the DD, which was in B cap, has been killed, and so the enemy are now capping B, and A cap has been delayed by another friendly DD. But there's a Fiji here who's just been absolutely given a pasting by somebody, and good old Iron Duke here is now just defending his. He's trying to stop the cap even more. Using his fighter here to probably try and help spot over the island. And see if we can actually hit anything, because Atlanta is hiding. So there's not many people actually spotting. We've got a battleship that's just coming into view on the left hand side there of the B cap. So that should provide some spotting power in a minute. And there you have it. B cap's been taken. The point score is incredibly tight at the moment, with both sides having very narrow score margins. I'm sorry about the change in quality of the microphone. I had the same problem I had a few weeks ago. I've had to change the setting halfway through this clip. Anyway, so Iron Duke is moving up now towards B cap, trying to support, and there's the Atlanta, another American DD. Well, it pretty much is with those gun caliber, but a light cruiser. I must admit, I do not like the Atlanta. I think she's a bit of a one-trick pony, but as I play many DDs and battleships, she just really annoys me. But Iron Duke there getting 10 hits out of a possible 15 shells. Not bad, mate. I approve of this strategy. I approve. Using the quick camera angle change there to just see roughly where his shells were going. And he corrects against his Colorado. So, yes, I mentioned before she was a St. Louis class cruiser, which is a slightly improved Brooklyn class. It was improved mainly in the innards rather than necessarily gun caliber and gun arrangement. So she had a better engine arrangement, so that meant that her 2 propeller shafts could be used independently. which meant that if she got hit, it didn't really matter too much. It means the whole engine wasn't knocked out. It's like a unit surprise. And he finally gets a fire. But he keeps zooming out, which is lovely little gameplay because he's using that to just check where everybody else is. And hello, there's a Fuji. Sailing broadside. Sadly, he had HE loaded, so he fires it off, but instantly transfers to AP. And this guy is still pretty much oblivious to the power of these 6-inch guns. Oh, 150. And there, 2 citadels. He thinks he can get behind the island, but because of the gun arc, don't think so, my friend. And that chalks up his second kill of the game. Well done, Iron Duke. Again, these scores are very even though that his team has sunk more ships than the enemy side. But because of the arrangement of where they are at the moment, his team are quite spread out, and there's an isolated group around about A cap there. So as long as the enemy play their cards correctly, they will divide and conquer, as they say. Divide and conquer. So USS Helena, or Helena, was named after the city of the same name, which was the largest city in Montana. She was laid down in 1938. Hey, hello Colorado. Not quite sir, but you hit the wreck of your friendly. And notice how the North Carolina is making a push here. He really wants to kill this guy. He's just saying right round the guy's gun traverse. So Iron Duke is laying in his own fire. Gets a fire. Colorado puts it out. Not surprising with that low health. But who can get the final kill? Does he beat the North Carolina reload? Yes, he does. Chalking up his third kill and 70,000 points of damage. Great selection of targets there, and that wasn't a kill steal in my books. But North Carolina was on minimal health and has just been killed. So it's a 1-for-1 trade there. And as you can tell, the enemy have been very clinical and has taken back that advantage which Iron Duke and his team actually had. So there's Indianapolis there, tier 6 American cruiser. Probably thinking what otherwise to push out here. But I think he realises that there's a DD just around the corner, because he has turned away a bit and is trying to slow down. So this is why Iron Duke's last 2 salvos have been completely off, because he slammed on his brakes because he knew there was somebody there. That's really savvy play by that Indianapolis player, who's still laying fire against, I believe, Bismarck to Iron Duke's left flank here. But he has calculated, although he's going backwards, he's providing beautiful broadside to Iron Duke. This is providing, there you have it, there you can see the shells hitting the island. He's protecting himself against 2 sets of fire from the left, and so has chosen to just show his broadside to Iron Duke here. He has not fired, so he will drop off detection and survive. And there's his Confederate. Well done, Iron Duke, with 77,000 points of damage. And now you have it, Indy has dropped off detection there. So, oh, he's back in again, but he won't be here for very long. He's just trying to duck out the way. I think that Atsuki player has just spotted him. So the Bismarck is burning and is being the primary fire for the enemy at the moment. There's only so much that guy can take, and that was a beautiful hit there. Wow, beautiful hit for the enemy. Not very good for Iron Duke and his team, but they are capping B back now, and they will take this point. There's the Indy still reversing. And Iron Duke just does exactly what the Indy's doing and not firing because he doesn't want to get detected. And he just snuck in for a cap, assistance cap. But the Bismarck is on minimal health now. There's only a matter of time. Not sure where those armor piercing were being fired at because the Bismarck wasn't going anywhere. So yes, USS Helena, named after the same city in Montana. She was laid down in 1938 and commissioned in 1939. She was actually had a very extensive history in the American Navy. Goodbye, Bismarck. Goodbye. In the US Navy, she survived survived, but she was at Pearl Harbor and survived a torpedo from the Japanese. The resulting damage laid her up for a considerable period of time, in which she was modified to take more anti-air, because it was already realised by that time that this was going to be the major threat rather than surface combatants. She earned 7 battle stars and was the very first ship to be awarded the Naval Unit Commendation Medal. This was a medal that was given posthumously to ships which had phenomenal service just phenomenal service, to be honest, in general. He's getting the attention from everybody here, 5, but because he's stuck behind his island, that Tirpitz can't hit him. The Monarch can potentially hit him, but he's got... Yep, there he is. He realises there must be a DD kicking around, has used his hydroacoustic wisely, and it can easily avoid those torpedoes. But where is that DD? That's his biggest worry at the moment. Where is this guy? There's a Monarch from earlier. He's him and the Demoinsky are taking off the stragglers in the top right hand corner. They've been drawn away from the most important part, which is the caps. And as you can see, even though that Iron Duke's team has 2 of them, the enemy are up by a good couple of 100 points there. This is not won by a long shot. And got a little bit caught out there. That could have been worse against the Colorado shells there. But he has to drop off detection now. Or try and find that flaming DD, because he's still being spotted and he hasn't fired for a while. So she did get the commemorative medal, and I believe that was because of her battle honours in the Battle of the Koala Gulf in 1942. Well, where it was a night battle and they jumped a load of destroyers, 4 Japanese destroyers. But unfortunately, the Helena ran out of flashless powder and had to swap to smokeless powder, giving her position away to the Japanese, who instantly fired torpedoes, and she was struck by the Japanese long lance torpedo and sadly died from her, and sadly sunk from the resulting damage, making one of only 3 American light cruisers to actually be sunk during the Second World War. So I'm going to jump ahead here because I don't think much happens. Oh, tell a lie, I take that back. Incoming torpedoes. We know where the DD was. Can he outrun them? Can he? Oh, fantastic. Just about. Just about. And that Colorado is giving some great fire. Though I believe he just took a torpedo there. And sure enough, in chat, the enemy DD player is going, "You lucky, lucky jammy dodger." But the torpedoes were slow and he could avoid them. Changes his back to fire back to the Indianapolis, who's finding the right ammo but misses completely there. So it's all about who can outfire who here. Indianapolis has only got the front guns firing at him, but he's shooting AP. So he's got 6 shells to the 15 shells. Whoa! Didn't expect that from the right.
The ship is on fire.
Fire set. Come on, sink this guy. Come on, that's got to do it. Last salvo out. Oh, got him. Ooh.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
But it has taken him into the red health pool. Still worried about torpedoes. Talking about torpedoes, that Colorado is toast. And that's an incredibly important kill, because now the 2 remaining ships on Iron Duke's side can now turn their entire attention to the east flank. And he's doing some good. And as a comeback, the Kagaro's torpedoes saying, "Oh, hey, my torpedoes are fast enough. I just sank a Colorado." Some wonderful banter there going on between the 2 sides, which is always nice to see. Because of that DD, the Helena, Iron Duke in the Helena has had to come back into B to stop the cap points. And we're now down to minimal difference, 7 points difference. And they're going to be gaining points at a very similar rate. Oh, there's the torpedoes again. Judge them correctly. Ooh, ouch. Another little bit of health. He cannot afford to take all this damage. He cannot afford it. He's going to have to play Huggy Huggy Island, which what most players do. But the DD has realized, his DD on his side has gone to take an A cap. This has really swung the balance, or I wouldn't say balance, the decision making back to the enemy. Because now they're going to gain more points than the enemy. So that points is just going to increase. And forcing the longer time it happens into the enemy having to sink both of them. They have to sink both of them. Rather than just one and then recap. It's getting very tight. And 116k damage. He's bordering on a Kraken. Spotted. He spotted something. What has he spotted that be? From the aeroplane he sent up? He really worried about that DD. Just keeping a little bit of movement to keep his balance right. And there he's been spotted. He's moved. There's the Kagero. Just disappeared off sight there. I bet he wished he didn't get spotted. They're facing him down. They are really facing him down here. Where's those incoming torpedoes? They're going to be there somewhere. They've got to. The battleship's now in B cap. I believe that's the Monarch. Where are they? Did that guy hold off? Or didn't he? That's the question.
Torpedoes astern.
There they are. He's fired them too early. Excellent. And so he's realised they're missing. So he's had to open up.
Torpedoes to port.
But this is not still going to be close. Japanese guns aren't great, but he has not much health left. Come on. Whoa, that's a good hit. He's using the right ammo type, but that has shaved off most of the health. Can this Kagero blink? Who's going to win it? That salvo missed. This one clearly doesn't. Fire set. He's already used his damage control. Come on. Can he get his Kraken? Yes! Excellent! And incoming salvo from the Voice has caught him. Oh! But he's done enough for his team. He's delayed the enemy enough to allow his team to win. Fantastic. And wow, just for the result screen now, 131,000 damage, Confederate, Kraken, and First Blood. Brilliant, and some wonderful gameplay to match. Thank you very much, Iron Duke, for sending that in. If you have a replay, send a link below. If not, I hope you join me on the next one. Goodbye.